قال المصنف رحمه الله تعالى في كتاب رياض الصالحين في باب فضل الذكر والحث عليه. Yahya bin Sharaf al-Nawawi says in his book entitled The Gardens of the Righteous, in the chapter The Virtues of Glorification and Remembrance of Allah. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كلمتان خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان حبيبتان إلى الرحمن سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrated that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there are two statements that are light for the tongue to remember, heavy in the scales and dear to the merciful. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi wa subhanallah al-azim. Everyone say it. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi wa subhanallah al-azim. The first one, subhanallah wa bihamdihi, means glory to Allah and to Him is all praise. And subhanallah al-azim is glory to Allah, the greatest, who is free from imperfection, or the greatest. So the Prophet ﷺ said here in the beginning, it's interesting how he said there are two statements that are khafifatani ala lisan. They are light on the tongue, but they are heavy in the scales and dear to the merciful. Why do you think this is important that he says this? He says it's light on the tongue, but heavy on the scales. Easy to get reward. Okay? Okay, you're close. He said a small D, but heavy. So the first thing is... Good. Easier to say, but heavy on the scale. But he's bringing something that's important for us to remember, because living day in and day out, we may forget. So, khafifatan al-lisan, the lisan, the tongue, is it something that we can see and touch? It's physical. It's here. It's a part of matter, right? But the scale, can we see it? We can't see it. So something you did in the physical world has an effect on the unseen. Did y'all catch that? That is what distinguishes the Muslim. The things that you do in this life, in the physical, has an effect in the unseen. Let me ask you a question. Are the angels here now? Yeah, no, your nomen, yes, I understand. There's different translations. So the Muslim should always remember the unseen. Because when we're so involved with the dunya, we're so involved with this. Right? Social media, or so involved with this. Right? Yeah, the gaming, right? So when we're so involved with our phones and social media and video games, we tend to forget about the next life, the unseen world. Even while we're playing video games and Salah has passed and the next one's coming up, we have to remember the angels are watching and the angels are writing. When the Muslim constantly thinks of that, that's what influences them to do the right thing. But it's constant remembrance. And that's when the Prophet ﷺ said it. It slipped by us, but we have to think. He said that they're light on the tongue, heavy on the scales, showing that yes, it's an easy thing to do. But don't think because it's easy, there's no reward. Or the reward is something, if I miss it, no. No, it's heavy on the scales. Now this is even deeper, and we'll leave it here. How is it heavy on the scales? Huh? لكن كيف أجر؟ لكن كيفية ثقلها لا نعلم. نعم لكن كيفية الشاهد لا نعلم. لا نعرف أنه ثقيل، لكن كيفية ثقلها يكون من أي ذنب، من ذنب كبير أو صغير أو نحو ذلك، لا نعلم. نعم لكن الشاهد
إذا كثرة الحسنات هي في ثقل الميزان.
نعم لكن الشاهد
إذا وضعت 3 باوند غير أن تضع 10 باوند.
نعم بس الشاهد أننا لا نعلم كيف نسوي هذه الحسنات بأي عمل. مثلا إذا كان حسنات، مثلا هل هذه حسنة تمحو سيئة أو لا نعرف كيفية تنفيذها. فهمت؟
يعني قول النبي صلى الله عليه
صلى
وسلم
الله عليه
انها ثقيله في الميزان دلاله على ان ليس لها اثقل، ليس ما غيرها كمثله. يعني
نعم.
هي اكثر شيء ثقيل في الميزان.
نعم.
بغض النظر عن ان قسته بالحسنات او
نعم. So the Sheikh is saying that it's heavy on the scales. And what I'm trying to say is that the fact that it is heavy is what's important for us to know, meaning that it is a great thing. Now, how heavy it is, the wazn of it, the way that it's heavy, what will it do? Will it take away a good deed? Will it be a great deed? Will it be better than fasting Monday or Thursday? We don't know. We don't know. But what's most important is to know that there is a great reward for it. And that's what the Prophet ﷺ is emphasizing. Don't neglect the small things. Don't neglect the small things, Uthman. Don't neglect the small things. Omar, you know how I get down. You're not going to talk while I'm talking. Don't neglect the small things, because those small things are heavy somewhere else. And that's what the Prophet ﷺ is saying. So that's what's important for us to know, that the little things that we can do have a huge, huge, huge reward. SubhanAllah, and we'll end it just as small as a smile. If any of you, especially you young kids, if you go to the store, I want y'all to practice this. You go to the store, and then you're at the cash register. And you see someone named Jane, John, Frank, Stanley, whatever the case may be, right? Practice this. Look at the name on their name tag, and just do this. Hey, Stanley, how you doing today? You never know. That smile that you do for that person will make their day. You never know what they're going through. But when you, especially as a young, they wouldn't expect you to do it. They expect you to like get the candy and, Mom, I want this. But you stop, you say, hey, Stanley, how you doing? And just smile. That small thing could make someone's day. It's haq. It can make someone's day. So let's make that effort, inshallah, that the next time we try something small, to get the reward for it, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us for any of our shortcomings. Ya Rabbil Alameen. اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. Oh Allah, protect the weak and feeble Muslims in Gaza, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Oh, protect them in their iman, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Oh, allow any pain or affliction that's faced to be an expiation to erase any bad deed or any shortcomings, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Any of our shortcomings, Ya Rabbil Alameen, make that a means for us to raise our hands up to you for our brothers and sisters in Gaza, our brothers and sisters in Sudan, in Afghanistan, in Maghrib, in Kashmir, and all around the world, Ya Rabbil Alameen, where the Muslims are suffering, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Make us of those that remember the hard times and allow that to make that a means for us to call on you in secret and in open, Ya Rabbil Alameen. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه الأبرار.